Woman threw the scissors to the ground, burying them in weeds, waiting for the man who violated her to take the bait. And that's exactly what happened. When the mean man used the lawnmower, the blades broke off and took off one of her legs. As opposed to the fact that she was raped by him at the age of 16 and the whole village perjured themselves to let him get away with it. They also spread rumors that she had been dishonest and had deliberately seduced the bully in order to extort money from him. Unable to bear the rumors, Annie chose to flee the village, only to find that she was once again attacked by this evil man upon her return. But here's the strange thing, this time, he didn't choose to do it in the woods. Instead, he let Annie go. Frightened, Annie ran all the way home. In fact, the bully was expecting all this. He just wanted to pick a more comfortable place. But he didn't realize that Annie had taken precautions when she came back. She locked all the doors and windows, and the bully's behavior of climbing the window in broad daylight was seen by Nisa, a woman in the villa next door. She immediately put the stereo on the balcony. She turned up the sound to the maximum and scared away the bully and helped Annie out. Nisa is a rich woman from the village. Her husband was sent here as a doctor, but she was killed by the village bully. She chose to come back here for revenge. She used her body as bait. Not long after she moved here, she ordered takeaway from the village bully's restaurant, and sure enough, the bully's son came to deliver the food. The former medical officer had such a beautiful wife, and she lived alone in a big house. He was immediately attracted to her, but Nisa was too defensive. Plus, it's daytime, so it's not easy to make a move. The village bully's son had no choice but to give up for the time being. But even a blind man could tell that he had evil thoughts when he was leaving. But this was all part of Nisha's plan. She wanted to make the other party fall for it. After a few days of familiarity, she knew that the village bully's son would come home late every night, so she pretended to go night fishing, and then stood on the road where the bully's son would go home. The bully's son spotted her in the night. He rushed over on his motorbike. When it was dark and windy, it's easier for him to do his job, but he didn't know it was a deadly trap set for him. The village bully's son often goes out to play, so he disappeared for a few days and no one cared. That night, the bully came to Annie's house again. He wanted to climb through the window. Annie didn't know what to do. Nisa came to her rescue again. After this incident, they became close friends. They ate together. They made tea together. They played the violin together. Annie gradually opened up to Nisa. She told Nisa her tragic story, and Annie also knew Nisa's secret, because when she was helping Nisa to get something, she accidentally found a necklace in the boot of her car. It was worn by the village bully's son, but Annie didn't feel any pity for the bully's son. Instead, she was worried about Nisa. That day, Annie had someone come to her house to repair the floor, but when she pried it open, he found a large amount of cash underneath. Grandma must have left it to her. She didn't know what to do. She had to send the repairman away. In this backward village, in such a backward village, there were no secrets about what was happening in anyone's house. The second aunt from the same village immediately ran over to ask him for money.